Good evening all. Chief Prepper here. Just wanted to do a really quick video. Hopefully it won't take too long. Want to point out some things. If we have to fight here because the war starts and China activates whatever you want to call it that's here, and Russia activates, whatever. The Patriots, the Minutemen, and hopefully the veterans will have to hold the ground. Realize it will be long and it will be bloody and it will be awful. But in the end, there will be peace. For how long, who knows? And if we persevere, it will be underneath the U.S. flag and not a Chinese flag or a Russian flag. I keep saying this over and over. Be on the lookout for increases in volumes of immigrants that are not American. I think you can read between the lines between who you need to look for. They easily blend in on the West Coast because there's large populations of Asians on the West Coast. The Russians are also in Alaska and Canada and Washington State for sure. I have all the components for my ham radios except for the coax and bait antenna base for my mobile base station. They're already in an EMP proof bag. I don't know if the EMP proof bag will work until we have one, if we have one. But for safety purposes, they're in there stored in cardboard. So we'll see. Let's hope I don't ever have to find out. Please make sure you take time, celebrate every holiday. The way things look, if you just look at stuff, if we're not at war, we're going to be fighting over food. And if we're not fighting over food, we're going to be dealing with a financial collapse, and we could be dealing with all three of those at the same time. So take time every holiday this year in America and celebrate it. Smile, enjoy your family. It may be our last one that we're at peace for a while. People don't understand how awful it will be, and I'm not going to sit here and try to describe it to you. Alright, so tomorrow I will be smoking a brisket and I will be making charro beans. I may do a short video on the beans. It's an easy recipe. I downloaded it from the web. Basically it's onions, peppers, tomatoes, onions, beans, salt pork, spices, cilantro, a few other things, along with salt. So basically put it in the crock pot. The biggest thing is you have to soak the beans at least 12 hours before. The beans I have been soaking since 3 o'clock today, so I plan to try and start the beans by 10 in the morning, so that's 18 hours. And I'll smoke the brisket for at least 6 hours, maybe 8. Spent most of the day with the hired help lugging that heavy ass smoker from my dad's house back over here. I had to pull it out of the backyard, strap it down to a trailer. Of course, I had to pull the trailer out yesterday and then work on it this morning to fix a tail light and then hook it up and then boogie down the road and boogie back and then sent the hired help home, and then I went to lunch with my dad, and then the mailbox project is finally finished. The house numbers are on the coming and going side of the post, reflective. It is still very hot in Texas, even though it's not in the 100s. It's pretty unbearable. What else? So keep prepping. Keep your ear to the ground. Let's hope nothing shitty happens tomorrow. Nothing. I mean, basically, throughout the history of America, I'm almost certain that trigger events are controlled. The narrative is controlled. They needed an excuse to put us in battle, boots on the ground. So realize that's going to happen. And then, unfortunately, There's going to be a draft, and there's going to be a recall for retirees. Depending on who you are, what your rank is, what your specialty is, you can expect a letter in the mail. So, enjoy tomorrow. I'm going to have a beer in the afternoon after I'm done running around. It's one on my list of things to do, is stop and get beer and ice on the way home. So, also get some fresh barbecue sauce. That's it. Information is knowledge and power. Prep a little. Live a little, prep a lot. Chief Prepper.